Now, if we take this a step further and we look at the like and the in, then the like functionality is something that we can use when we're searching for what we call wildcards. So if we have a lot of content in the tables and we're not really sure what it is that we're looking for, but we know it has something to do with coffee machine or stock or something, then we can use the like statement. So we do that by combining it in the either in the where or the and statement. So it's part of that. It's not a new row where like something is like this. It's part of the where statement. So if we run this, so we get a little bit more content out to look at, then we could say for some odd reason, just to prove an example, we wanted to not find the content of that has been created by me, but we want to find all the products that has a double O in it. No, okay, wait, another example it might actually be better. We want all the pills. So we know that there are vitamin pills or other pills, and maybe there's even a third one. If we're lucky, there aren't, but at least there's these two. But we want all the products that we have that has something to do with the pills. So how do we get that? We use, in this instance, because we don't have any other filter criteria on, we will use it as part of the where clause. So we write where p.name, and we put it in brackets like this. This is a bad naming convention on my side, but that's besides the point. Where the name, like, and then we put the brackets, single quotation marks. We put that in, and then we write these two, so percentage, and then within those two we write pills. Sorry, we weren't looking for books. We were looking for pills. So if we write this, then we get out pills. Now what we've done here, and I have it explained actually in the course material that I'm running this on. So let me just show you that here. So when we're looking for wildcards, we need to put all of it in single quotation marks. Single quotation marks. We need to put all of it in single quotation marks because, at least this, because what we're looking for is within a string, so within a variable, within a varchar. So we need to put it in single quotation marks, and then we can use these percentage markers to indicate. So as an example here, we're putting single quotation marks and an A and then a percentage indicator, meaning that we are looking for anything that starts with an A. So it has to start with an A, and then anything. This basically means anything. Anything can come after. It could be it could be this, or it could be this, or it could be this. It will find all of it because it starts with an A and then something or numbers or anything all right, be careful a bit of the keyboard. So we're looking for A, and we're finding it because it starts with A and then anything afterwards, anything can come afterwards. So that's basically the rule. The other side of it is that if we put the percentage marker in the beginning, it means that anything can come before, and it just has to end with an A. If it doesn't end with an A, we won't find it searching like this. And then here, I can actually see there's some wrong with the content. This is what we're doing. So there needs to be, if we put a percentage indicator, a percentage sign on each side of whatever it is that we're looking for, we're saying that if there is an A anywhere, so banana or mama or Amorite, we will get it out because this, even though it starts with an A, and even though this one ends with an A, and even though this one has a bunch of A's in it, we will find it because what we're looking for is just A. Obviously here you can put whatever, but as an example, we're just giving A. Then we also have this, where you put the indicator in the middle, and that basically means, as the explanation goes right here, that we're searching for things that starts with a B and then has anything in between it and then ends with an S. So banana won't be found, but bananas will be found because it ends with an S and it starts with a B, and then there's a bunch of stuff in between, and that could also include numbers, whatever it might be. That can also, it's not very often that I use these. It's oftentimes that I use this, or if I know where or if I'm more certain, I will use either one of these two up here. Then you can also do A and then use underscore to indicate how many characters that comes afterwards, or underscore and then an A, meaning that you're searching for anything that has A in the second character place in the field. Also not something that I'm using very often, but we can give it a try here. Some of these other like conditions, so we could say it has to, so like this, there can be anything in prior to pills, but there cannot be anything afterwards. So this should give the same output because it says vitamin pills and other pills, but there's nothing afterwards. Now if we turn it around and say it has to start with pills, then we get nothing out because we don't have a product that starts with pills. But if we write it like this, then we're safe because we're just looking for the word pills. And you could, now that I just want to do it, we can do it also with O, for example, that we're looking for anything with two double O's or with a double O in it. So we get book and stool because we haven't specified where it needs to be. We've just specified that it has to be included in it. Now, that is like. And it's also a statement that I use quite a lot in my daily analysis tasks. The last one is in. Now in, if we go back here and just have our base query, we can use in as well. So let's say that we're not only looking for the things that I have created, but also the ones that Jane Doe has created. Then you could be very elaborate and say where u dot first name equals Matthias, and or I haven't even showed that, but that it makes sense. Or u dot first name equals Jane. That would give me the content of me and Jane. Still, it's not a smart way, and ideally when we do data analysis, we want to use IDs and like unique identifiers because they're way more secure, makes it more certain that we're not messing anything up. So what I would do in this instance is to say, well, I know that that I have a unique ID that's 101, and I know that Jane Doe has a unique ID of 102. So what I could do is just to say p.created by, or we could have used the same ID from the users table, but let's just go with created by in. So where this field in, and then we use the parenthesis, say 101 or 102. And that gives us basically exactly the same output, but let's maybe try and change it up to say 102 and 103. So then we get the ones that have been created by Jane or John Doe. There are a couple. And that's in. And with that, we basically covered what I learned, and this took us not long. We basically covered what I learned at a 2-day offsite seminar that cost me $6,000, or it cost the company $6,000 Danish. More or less. I learned some more things, but in essence, this is what I took away from it, and this is what I've built my career on, knowing these things.